Good morning, this is my Shaman Oracle reading for Tuesday. Today I'm reading for Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio, and this reading here is for Leo. Welcome Leo. I'm using 5 card decks, and one of the card decks is the Moon and Stars Tarot, and for that deck I chose 2 cards, and the reading starts with the Moon and Stars Tarot, and the card number 1 for you is the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords relates to baggage, recovery and release, and the meaning is movement. You may physically relocate or go traveling, but a change of scenery cannot resolve your mental anguish. You need to release any past fears and your hardships and leave drama and arguments behind, as now is the time to find peace in a relationship. This card can symbolize time away from a partner or healing following a breakup. Within work, there may be exciting opportunities with travel overseas. The star message here is make a positive move and do it for the right reason. And the card number 2 from the Moon and Stars Tarot is the 9 of Cups, and this card is about gratitude, success and rewards, and the meaning of the card is fulfillment. You are content and blessed as your wishes come true. There is a sense of deep emotional fulfillment in all that you do, as you have achieved or you are close to what you had set out to do. There are good times ahead to be shared with your family and your friends. If you are euphoric, count your blessings and be gracious and sensitive to those who are less fortunate. This card reveals the stars have answered your prayers, and you will be given the opportunities to receive your heart's desire. There is a moon message. Keep manifesting and taking action while asking the moon to help make it a reality. The Starseed Oracle card that came out is called Surrender to the Sweetness, and this card is related to Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and to make love to life. This is a sensual and highly feminine card. It is a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over and to taste the fruits you have been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated on the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you when your well is full. The ancient Babylonians, they connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus, and in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty, and in our night sky, aside from the moon, the Venus shines the brightest. Time is our most precious resource, and it is the greatest healer. So if you have been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out, to reconnect with your lover, to play with your children, and to give yourself the luxury of time without any agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. So disconnection from the sweetness can cause more pain than we realize. Many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. We strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves to exhaustion. So this card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human and to focus on what really matters and to enjoy your incredible life. Ask this Starseed soul inquiry: how can you surrender to the sweetness of life? What is one way that you can enjoy and your life will be coming back to you in more joy every day? And the Divine Feminine card from the Divine Feminine Oracle card deck is Mai Bhago, and she is the warrior saint, and she says, I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. Who is she? Mai Bhago represents the otherworldly courage and resourcefulness that comes with deep devotion and commitment. Mai Bhago, she was born in the 17th century in what is now Amritsar, Punjab, at the time of the 10th Guru Gobind Singh. She was raised as devout Sikh, and she was trained by her father to use a sword so that she could uphold the Sikh tenet to defend but not to attack. When she was a young woman, her village was threatened by the Mughal forces, so she heard that the Khalsa, or the warrior saint appointed by the Guru to defend the Sikhs, had defected and were fleeing back to their villages. So Mai Bhago took her sword and went village to village, convincing the warrior saints to go back and protect the Guru from the advancing Mughal army. She gathered 40 men to fight with her, and on December the 29th in 1705, the small courageous band of Sikh warriors, they rushed out to protect the legacy of their religion in the Battle of Muktsar with Mai Bhago as their leader. Mai was the only one to survive. Guru Gobind Singh blessed these 40 men and declared them Kali Mukte, the 40 liberated ones. Mai became the Guru's personal bodyguard and dressed in men's attire until she retired and spent her last years immersed in meditation. Mai Bhago is considered a great Sikh warrior saint. The house where she spent her last years in meditation has been converted into a Gurdwara a sick place of worship. Her sword and musket are on display as saint relics and as symbol of the fierce courage that Mai displayed out of her devotion to the Guru. She saved the Sikh religion from extinction. When this card comes up in your reading, devotion crowds us and allows us to see just how many resources are available to us. And devotion elevates out perception so that the spiritual realm can infuse us with light, strength, and energy that is greater than our own. Devotion is the action we feel compelled to take that demonstrates our commitment to love. The power of Mai Bhago's devotion kept the Sikh religion alive. The task seemed impossible. 40 Sikhs against a whole Mughal army. But what has never happened before becomes possible through true devotion and the force of pure love. Mai is the warrior saint who reminds us to become fully devoted to what we love. Then courage isn't an effort. It isn't something we have to cultivate. Courage is what commitment to love bestows to us. So devote yourself fully to what is at hand, to what is in your heart, and the strength, the support, and the courage to complete a task will rise to meet you. Ask this soul voice meditation, what am I committed to with my entire being? And say this intention, I am a warrior of love, my devotion attracts resources and also support. The Quantum Oracle card that came out is Great Achievement, and this card is an events card. There are different energies assigned to the cards like consciousness, energy, intention, people, events, spirit, and cycle. And the Great Achievement card is an events card with the title The Banquet Table. A beautiful banquet table overlooks the sea, and on top of the table there are bright candles, crystal dishes, and beautiful flowers ready for the feast to be served. This card signifies a time of great achievement for you. The work that you have put into a plan or a project is about to pay off, and you will reap the rewards of your efforts. This good outlook may be related to money or to work, a creative project, or an endeavor concerning family and home. Whatever it is, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Although the culmination of your achievements is near, there may still be some work for you to do. After all, preparing a banquet takes some time and lots of planning. So let yourself move through what has yet to be done with peace and with pleasure, and continue to bring happiness to your everyday life. This achievement brings you great fulfillment, but remember, your daily joy can be a banquet too. Say this affirmation, I energize my life with joyous action every day. Abundant blessings, they come to me. And the last card is from the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot. And I heard, Leo, that there is a deck with Grimalkin's Curious Dogs Tarot. If that is so, I find out and I will get it for all the dog lovers. Their special deck, okay? But so far I only have the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot, and this is another card. It is the Nine of Swords, and it is dedicated to the cat Erin. The black cat entered the room with a violent hiss, waking up the exhausted tabby. Staring upward through the swords, the tabby caught sight of the shadow and the caged birds. The sounds of their wings desperately fluttering to break free rumbled like thunder, and although she wanted desperately to warn the little bird sitting innocently on the sword, she couldn't. Paralyzed by fear and guilt, knowing that when the morning came, she too would be looking for a soft, feathered snack. Addressing the truth, guilt, fear, these are things that often wake us up in the middle of the night. The Nine of Swords is asking, is there something keeping you? Are disruptive and fear-filled thoughts running through your head to the point that you cannot get a good night's rest? When the Nine of Swords appears in a reading, you may be allowing the fear of the unknown, the shadows under your bed, the boogeyman, the infiltrate your logical. No. Again, when the Nine of Swords appears in a reading, you may be allowing the fear of the unknown, the shadows under your bed, the boogeyman, to infiltrate your logical thinking. This is where we engage in catastrophic mind play. We go down that rabbit hole, and getting back out can be exhausting. You may be blaming yourself for something you cannot undo, and as a result, you stay anchored to the past. You stay anchored to the past. You may be freaking out about a task you neglected and assume the repercussions will be the worst case scenario. So be aware of your self-talk at this time. It is sparking positive action, or is it keeping you up at night feeling powerless? When the energy attributes are positive, it means using anxiety as a form of motivation for you to act. And when the energy attributes are negative, you might be feeling powerless, unable to see a brighter future. So Leo, that was your reading. Thank you very much for listening. I wish you a wonderful day today. I wish you a good week ahead, and take care, okay? Goodbye.